You are majoring in the minors. A lot of the time I find that part of the reason why people aren't getting the results that they're looking for is that they want to focus on the minor things, the little things, and the new and exciting things. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand this thing. I am, especially in fitness, I geek out. I'm a giant child, like as my wife loves doing for me. I'm a giant child. I'm a boy with my toys, and my toys are usually fitness related or equipment or, the new things, supplements, whatever it might be. I love going down rabbit holes and learning new techniques and all this stuff. It's what lights me up. Everybody has their thing, and that's my thing. And I have this discussion with people all the time, and they're talking about like the training and what I do versus what they do. I have been training for 20 years. I have immense experience in the gym. I have tallied phenomenal hours doing this. Because of that, I get the opportunity to play in the minors, because I am, and especially now that I have reached this level. Back when, as I said, if you know my story, I messed up. I messed up real good and became the height of hypocrisy, and was a fat personal trainer, fat gym owner, all just the worst type. I was telling people how to change their lives, and I was, a fat sack of shit. And I had to get my shit back in order. But once you get there, you can play in the 1% things. You can mess around in the things that are going to make that 1% difference. Shifting angles on movements. Will this supplement? What about training in the morning, training at night? What if you try, bicarb, salt, and magnesium as a pre-workout? What if you try these types of foods? What if you try all the different options? You can go down those lines once you've mastered the major movers. But most people want to start there. They're like, what's your supplement routine? What things are you taking? Do you use time under tension? Most people aren't even going down that line. What specific protein powder are you taking? All these kinds of things. And they have their place. The minors have their place. But you have to have mastered the big things. You have to have mastered the main drivers of results first, before you mess around with the other stuff. As I said, I'm a kid in a candy store when it comes to new equipment and new fads and new things like that. I like to mess around. I like to understand. I like to do it. But I keep my core principles so rock solid that I get the opportunity to do that. Until you've reached a point where you need to dial it in that little extra bit, it's just wasted time, money, and effort messing around with those. So to help with that, I am going to give you the things that are, like I have many times before, I'm going to give you the things that are going to change your life. These are the major things. If you knock these out of the park and you follow through, everything in your life will change. From health to fitness to physique to mindset to mentality to psychology to all of it. Hell, it's why I teach it. It's why demanding greatness is the way it is. It is why it is so unbelievably effective, because it will make a difference in your life. These are the things that you need to address. So we'll start off with the elephant in the room that everybody wants to, critique, find excuses, find validations, find reasons. As I said, let's sort the majors first. Let's sort these things out first and foremost. And that is that this is done every single day. Every single day. No days off. Never miss. No matter what. Over 500 days. Every single day. You need to master, commitment and follow through. More than anything else. Those are the things that you must master. And if you can master that, suddenly everything in your life will get better. And these are the things that we must start with. So, obvious one, a weighted workout. I don't care what style you want to pick. Again, We're talking about the majors here. People want to major in the minors. Don't care. HIIT, hypertrophy, strength, CrossFit, whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Pick something, do it every single day. Look, some areas are going to have better things. Strength requires a bit more recovery because you're training for optimal strength. But overall, we are training for an outcome of you becoming the greatest version of yourself. So lift every day. Every single day. Pick your major, just do it every single day. Have a plan that's going to last 12 to 16 weeks that has incremental progressions, but you're not starting a new program every 3 to 4 weeks. The same kind of thing that builds upon itself with progressive overload, incremental progressions. Do that every single day. That's your first one. Your second one is you are going to go for a weighted walk. There's a phenomenal study that was just released, and it talks about how long-term using this as a methodology, even compared to people who did weight training or those kinds of things, the metabolism maintained at a higher rate even though they lost the same amount of weight, and therefore they were able to maintain the results longer. It's really, really effective. And then you can check out things like Go Rucking and the white paper report on that, which talks about the incredible benefits for your aerobic capacity, for your heart health, for your stamina, for your strength, for burning fat, all these kinds of things. I first came across this as a concept because bodybuilders will sometimes wear weight vests around the house to keep their metabolism running high, to keep their body thinking that they are heavier than they are, and to continue burning calories at that level. So a weighted walk, start with 10% of your body weight, set a timer for 22.5 minutes, go out as fast as you can, come back as fast as you can. Do that every single day. When you can hit 4.5 kilometers in 45 minutes, increase the weight and just keep going. You will be shocked at the difference. Even just this one thing. This would be my one thing. If you had to pick one thing, this would be it. Will do. Completely transform your life at a phenomenal level. And again, just because I feel like I have to keep saying it, every single day, we are majoring in the most important things here. These are the things that are going to knock it out of the park and change your life. Next, we're going to do an animal-based diet. It means you're going to eat meat, you're going to eat fruit, you're going to eat eggs, you're going to eat some sweet potatoes. That's about it. Now, we can get into the differentiations and why I prefer this as the method, but the simple answer is you can't really fuck it up. It's really straightforward. It means that you don't have to really overthink it. The only thing I like to add is that you should aim for 1 gram of protein per 1 kilo of body weight. Ideally 2, but at least 1. And a simple, well, actually, at least 1, if not 2, if not more, 3 or 4. Like, I'm 100 kilos-ish. I usually aim for the 300 to 400 grams of protein a day kind of thing. It's a lot, yes, but you'll find that it makes a massive difference. Again though, if all you're eating is basically meat and fruit, you'll find that you're going to hit that a lot more freely. And just do that. Just smash out as much protein as you can humanly consume. Eat as much fruit as you want. I find that people can't overeat on it. As I said, we can get into the nitty-gritties, but I find this is the simplest answer where you don't have to think about anything. If it doesn't fall on that list, don't eat it. Could you eat more protein? Eat it. That's about it. It makes it really simple and you don't have to overthink it, and it gives you a zero-choice mentality. You don't have to work out if that'll work for you, if you can make it work. Do you need extra willpower? All this kind of stuff. Just makes it really, really straightforward. And do that every single day. Next, you're going to drink 4 liters of water. I don't understand why I have to have these conversations, but water is the most important nutrient. Well, not nutrients, but hydrate your body. It's really simple. It flushes you, it detoxes you, cleanses things out. Drink water. I don't care if it's bubbled or not. I don't care if it's sparkling, stilled, or, you know, from the holy goddess. I don't care where you get it. Drink water. Make sure that it doesn't have added things in it if you're going to use the flavored waters, because a lot of them sneak in juice and other things like that, but just drink water. Drink 4 liters of water a day. It'll help. You'll feel better. I've had a client lose 5 kilos just from increasing their water. Water helps. And then lastly, people think that this is dealing in the minors, but I feel like it's dealing in the majors because it makes you face your reality every single day. And that is, take a daily photo. Ideally, in this situation, you want to share it with someone. Why? For accountability. One of the reasons why Demanding Greatness is priced the way it is and done the way it is with me is because I am handing you on a silver platter right here everything you need, everything you could possibly need to transform, as I said, your physique, your mindset, your discipline, your focus, your grit, your determination, every aspect of your life. This is a game changer. The amount of people who do it is like this. It's fucking infinitesimal. So you need to be held accountable. So one of the simplest ways is, and it's how I did it to myself, I shamed myself into doing it. And I took a daily photo and I shared it on social media. And I have shared it every single day since. And I was disgusted and I hated myself and I was ashamed. And I knew I had to do it because, well, it was out there in the world now and people would know. And people would know that I was a liar and a hypocrite again. So it had to be done every single day. So that's what I did. And you don't have to do that if that's not what tickles your fancy. You can send it to your friend. You can send it to someone you trust. You can do whatever you need to do, but you need to have the accountability. And plus, once this kicks your life into gear, once it completely transforms every aspect of your life, it's really cool to look back on that slideshow and be like, holy shit. Because on a day-to-day basis, no, you will not see the changes. But across a big long-term spectrum, like, I don't know, 126 days, which would be my strong recommendation of doing this for, at least 126 days, you'll see how wild the difference is in your life. So there are the majors to dabble in. As I said, I think you should do it for 126 days. Why 126 days? Because it takes 126 days to take a negative habit and replace it with a positive habit. It gives you a really strong block of time to become the new version of you, to become a better version of you. And on top of that, you'll be shocked at how far you can take this. And there are other little things like, you know, everybody wants to do 90 days and 126 days seems like an impossibly long amount of time. It's an extra 36 days. 36 days. That's not that much. But somehow, some way, that seems like phenomenal extra willpower. So it will rewire your brain for that factor. And it'll change the way that your brain shows up. It changes those habits. It changes those profiles for you. And it is a game changer. It is totally worth doing. It is totally worth following through on. And it matters. So there are the major things that I think, if you can commit every single day for 126 days, not even think, I know that if you do this, your whole life will change. It is what demanding greatness is. It is how we show up. It's what changes your life. So I've just given you the majors that will change everything for you. And after that, we can dabble in the minors. But my strong recommendation would be, hey, join Demanding Greatness. Get in, let me program it perfectly for you. Let me map this out to the 9th degree, give you every detail you need, and then hold you to the standard. Hold your feet to the fire and make you do the work. You got skin in the game, you got money on the line, you're invested in you, and you're going to be held accountable to someone. It's good incentives to make it happen. So if you're ready for that, shoot me a message, drop a comment on the video, comment Demanding Greatness, and we'll change your life together. So if you're ready for that, can't wait to see you there.